Hello everybody, this is my painting tip number 8, and I'm going to recap some of the things that I did previously. So I'm going to share my screen. Okay, so anyway, I did this, I think this was painting tip 7, and I did this one, painting tip 6. I did the lay-in with Art Rage. Then I did this one, which was a development of this lay-in. So this is done with Art Rage. So it's a, it's not done with paint. So you get different result than you do with, let's say, this. This is, I actually have a recording, one of my YouTube videos of the start of this painting. But this was my start actually on location with paint, and this is my finish, which is very, very different than what I'm getting with this Art Rage. So I just wanted to show you the difference. I look at the Art Rage as something, I use it in my long distance learning classes as to illustrate concepts. So here I'm illustrating that I start my starts. I try not to use green, in my, when I start my green local color, I try not to use my local color. And then later on, I come in and add the local color to maybe a warm. So there's a lot of warmth in my greens here that I eventually added the local color to. And then here is a more developed version of this start, where I organize, and we talked about organizing your lights and your shadows. And the other thing is trying not to repeat a color. I'm painting the difference in all the color notes. Okay, so here is, I just want to point out a few things. This is a simple perspective drawing. So we talked about, here's the horizon line. So everything above the horizon line vanishes down. This is all related. And everything under vanishes up. Same thing here. These 2 points, we're going to vanish it down, and then the bottom of this vanishes up. Okay, so what I was talking about was if I dropped a plumb line from the top to here, you see how there's more space here than here? So that's an important triangle. So this looks like it's going away. If I put another an incorrect let's say I dropped I did the triangle like this. Right, let's see, let me see if I can. That's incorrect. It's not going to look like it's going back. Let's see if I can, I'm going to maybe make it a different color. And this is something I talk to my students about. This is incorrect. Because if I dropped a plumb line, there'd be more space here than here. So that happens with fences. You know how fences, they go back, and as they go back, they get narrower, and narrower. I can't talk anymore. Okay, the other thing is, once you have things in perspective, anything that you put into the painting, like let's say I'm going to put a bush or something, this would be where the bushes have to exist in space. So I would think about them in perspective and how they exist in space. I mean, bushes aren't necessarily that shape, but I'm always thinking about, like, if there was a fence, the fence would also be running, in perspective, and it would be getting larger as it comes forward, and it would be related to that building. So everything you do perspective-wise everything has to relate. So I'm going to stop my share. So this was kind of a recap. I hope this helped. And if you like what I'm sharing, subscribe to my channel, tell your friends, and thank you for watching. and I'm going to stop.